Erev Tov, everyone. Mitzvah number 49. Mitzvah Mem Tet. Shenitztavinu, we are commanded, Bedin Hovel B'chavero, regarding someone who wounds his fellow, Le'onsho, to punish him. Yesterday we spoke about wounding your parents. Now if you were to wound your friend, we have to punish you. כמו שכתוב בתורה בפרשה, it's written in Parashat Mishpatim, וכי יריבון אנשים וכולי. The pasuk says, if men quarrel and they fight, והיכה איש את רעהו באבן או באגרוף, and he strikes his friend with a stone or a fist, ולא ימות, and he does not die, ונפל למשכב, but falls into bed, אם יקום, if he gets up, ויתהלך בחוץ, and he goes about outside, על משענתו, under his own power, וניקה המכה, he is absolved, Rak shifto yiten v'rapo yirape. He has to just pay for his lost time of work. It's called shevet, and he also has to pay for his healing. So vezed nikra dine knasot. This group of laws is called the judgments of penalty payments. Ubepasuk acher kolel mishpetei knasot kulam. In a different pasuk, the Torah includes the laws of all these payments. Vehu shekatuv, which is written, kasher asa ken ya'aseh lo. As he did, so shall be done to him. Yirtzeh lomar, to teach me, sheyilakach mimamono ma sheyitza'arehu bichdei ma shetzieru et chavero. That we take from the aggressor's funds an amount that will pain him in line with how much he pains his fellow. Kemo sheba'a hakabbalah bo, which is how the explanation of the pasuk was brought to us. Va'afilu lo hikahu. Even if someone doesn't actually strike his friend, ela shebiyesho bilvad, he insults him, he humiliates him. There's no physical harm. Yitza'aru bedin b'mamono. Bedin, nevertheless, will cause pain through this guy that insulted the person, through loss of money. Sheyeshalem lamitbayesh kefi hashi'ur ha'u, requiring him to pay him accordance with the measure of that humiliation. So there's a lot of halachot with regards to this that the Rambam brings down. Depending if the person is wealthy, and you humiliate a wealthy person, it'd be more money versus someone who might not be as wealthy. So there's a lot of laws. All the laws that are considered penalty payments, kegon, niske adam ba'adam, damages that are inflicted by one person to another, beshor beshor, or one ox by another, ve'adam bebema, or a person by an animal. We don't judge any of them except through a court that received smicha in Eretz Yisrael. Shoresh mitzvah zu, the purpose of this mitzvah, ubichlal kol ma sheba b'Torah b'inyan adin, as well as any mitzvah that has to do with justice. Any tzarich liga achar te'amo shel davar. I don't really need to try hard to find the reason for this. Ki davar muskalhu. It's very easily understood and sensible. Shim en mishpat lo yityashevu b'nei adam. If there's no justice, people will not be able to form a society. V'lo ya'amdu yachtav le'olam, and they won't be able to live together. V'yefshar la'aretz b'rtei mishpat. So therefore, it's impossible for the world to survive without justice. Right? If we don't, if we allow people to beat each other up and not have some sort of penalty here, then you can imagine what the world will become.
Is there a law school for rabbis, or any rabbi just kind of make it?
You have to. Yeah, of course.
What?
There's of course a school for rabbis. That's how you study.
Like a law school.
Yeah, smicha. Yeah, dinim. There's you study choshen mishpat. You study dayanut. Yeah, special. But most rabbis don't study. Most rabbis don't study. Dinei mitzvah, the laws of this mitzvah, kegon, for example, hachovel b'chavero shechayav b'chamisha devarim hayeduim. One who wounds his fellow is liable for the 5 things that are well known. That is nezek, damage, tsa'ar, the pain, ripui, the healing, shevet, the unemployment, and boshet, the humiliation. V'keitzad mechashevin otam, and how do we calculate these payments? Dina boshet, the laws of embarrassing and humiliation, shakol lefia mevayesh ve'amitbayesh, like I said before, it's all based on the status of the one who caused the humiliation and the one who is the victim of the humiliation. V'din yashen shebiyesh or shebishu, one who is sleeping, who either humiliates another or is humiliated by others. Ve'imet mitoch bushato, what happens if someone die as being humiliated? So meaning he doesn't even know he was humiliated. Ma dinoim yoshav. What's the law with regard to to his hairs? Whether or not they receive compensation. Umevayesh shoteh or cheresh or katan. Someone who humiliates a deranged person or a deaf or a minor. Ma dineim. What's their laws? Umevayesh ger ve'eved. Someone who humiliates a convert or a slave. Hamevayesh bidvarim, or someone who humiliates with words. Ve'achiluk sheben talmid chacham isha bnei adam, and the difference between a Torah scholar and anyone else. Ve'dina bo'et b'chavero beraglo, as well, someone who kicks his fellow with his foot, or shetikao bechapo, or strikes him with his palm, or saro al panav, or slaps his face. Saramos no, pulls his ear, talash she'aro, pulls his hair. Rakak, he spits at him, ve'gia lo arok, and the spit reaches him. And all these details mevoarim beBaba Kama perek hachovel are found in Masechet Baba Kama. V'sham mitparer, over there in that perek it's explained sheyesh chiluk midinei knasot. There's a difference with regards to the penalty payments ben minotat dishchicha ve'itpach esron kis, between an issue that involves something that is common and includes a monetary loss to the victim, like damaging his property. The be'av dinan shlichutayhu, in which case the judges of Chutz La'aretz can carry out the charge, even though they might be in Chutz La'aretz. The milita de la shchicha versus something that is not commonplace, ve'afagav de'itpach chesron kis, even though it includes a monetary loss. Inami d'shchicha ve'leitpach chesron kis, or it's common but does not have a monetary loss. Tebehani lav dinan shlichutayhu. In those cases, any judges in Chutz La'aretz cannot carry out the charge. Ve'katav Rabbeinu Alfasi zichrono livracha. Bitzchak Alfasi was known as a Rif. He writes, Minag shtei yeshivot, that it was a custom of the two yeshivot in Babylonia, Surah and Pumbedita, she'af al pi she'en govin knas, even though we cannot collect penalty payments outside of Israel, because we don't have officially ordained judges, minadin le'at shemefayeshe bal dinei, we place the offender in cherem until he appeases the victim. That once the perpetrator gives the victim the amount that's deserving to him, we release him, whether he was his adversary is reconciled or not. Lastly, this mitzvah applies only to men. This mitzvah of making sure we punish those who injure. It's a task given to them. This does not apply to women because women don't serve as judges. So therefore, this mitzvah doesn't apply to them. But women are included in the laws of these payments. Meaning, if a woman does damage someone else or humiliate someone else, they would have to pay. Whether they humiliate or they were humiliated. Additionally, it's mentioned over there, what happens if a woman who is married causes damage? Who has to actually pay? Is it her or is it her husband? All that is mentioned in the Talmud.